Hi, welcome to the EpiDoc training tutorials. There's a whole program of these at the URL given at the bottom of the screen if you're interested in finding out more and you haven't come here via that program. In today's session, Irene is going to talk to us about places mentioned in the text of your EpiDoc file and how you might tag those for indexing and other features. So over to you, Irene.
Thank you. So there are a lot of different types of places that can be found inside an EpiDoc edition. You can have the original location of the find spot, current location of the repository of the inscription, but all these other kind of places are dealt in other videos. In this session, we are focusing on the places that are mentioned inside the ancient text of which we are producing an edition. So let's take this example. Here we have Antiocheia, which is our place, and we tag this surrounding with the place name element. And beside this, we can also add an imref attribute, inside which we can specify the base form of that name. And this is preceded by a hashtag pointing to a list of places internal to our project, which could be stored somewhere in our project. And besides nimref, we can also use a ref attribute, which can point to either an external gazetteer or to an internal authority list. So in this case, we have a link to an external gazetteer, the Pleiades one, and we have the link to the specific entry of this place on Pleiades. And similarly, we can do the same thing for an internal list of places. So we have a ref attribute pointing to an authority list that in this case is called places.xml. And after an hashtag, we have a reference to the ID of that specific place entry in our list. And we can have a lot of different external gazetteers resources to which we can point. Pleiades is one of those, but there are also, for example, Trismegistus places or some specific geographical ones. For example, there is the Heritage Gazetteer of Libya, which has been used also in other examples in other videos. But you can also use the Peripleo search engine for finding places and benefiting of all the linked open data work that has been provided by Pelagios. So searching a place on Peripleo, we return a list of all the linked resources, linked gazetteers, which have such place inside them. So you can find even more gazetteers referring to a place that you are looking for. And we have seen the proper places meant as geopolitic place names, but we can also have geographic place names referring to geographic elements. So, for example, mountains, rivers, plains, and so on. So in this case, we have the Nile River. In this case, we are not using the place name element, but we are using the geog name element instead. And for all the attribute, it is the same thing as in the place name case. So I've not repeated the attributes here, but you can use the nimref, you can use the ref and point to gazetteers or internal authority list too. And something that in the EpiDoc tradition has been marked up with place name are also the ethnics. So the ethnic the ethnic adjectives referring to a community of person coming from one place or a single person coming from one place. Such elements have been marked up with place name, with the type attribute, with the ethnic value. So place name type ethnic, like in this example for the Cnidioi coming from Cnidos. To be honest, this is not the TI recommended approach, because TI recommends the use of org name, organization name for the ethnics, for the communities, community of people. So in this case, the TI would probably prefer the org name type ethnic for pointing to ethnics. But as I said, in the EpiDoc usage, so far, place name type ethnic is what has been always done so far. So this is what we recommend for the time being. And Gabby, do you want to add anything on this?
No, I think that's fine. I think I agree with you that that where the only difference between a place name is whether it's a noun or an adjective, that shouldn't mean we use a completely different tag for it. So I would go ahead and use place name in both cases. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Cool, thank you.